L'un des événements les plus terribles de la vie est de se retrouver face à des jeunes et des méchants. Mike Tyson, connu pour avoir mis KO tous ses adversaires et leur avoir arraché la tête. En 1987, un des moments les plus fous s'est produit. Un boxeur s'est retrouvé face à Tyson, un homme capable de surprendre même Tyson par sa force. Bienvenue sur la chaîne Boxe Royale. Dans cette vidéo, nous vous présentons un duel épique entre Tyson et un adversaire tout aussi redoutable. N'oubliez pas de vous abonner à ma chaîne, les amis. Le 1er août 1987, au Las Vegas Hilton, l'attente était palpable. Tyson, le plus jeune champion poids lourd de l'histoire, est entré sur le ring avec une aura d'invincibilité, prêt à défendre ses titres WBA et WBC. Face à lui se trouvait Tony Tucker, le champion IBF, déterminé à prouver qu'il appartenait à l'élite. Mike Tyson était connu pour sa vitesse explosive, sa puissance destructrice et ses KO fracassants. Il s'était déjà forgé une réputation redoutable, démantelant ses adversaires avec son style pique-à-bout dévastateur, ses crochets et ses uppercuts qui faisaient trembler le monde de la boxe. De son côté, Tony Tucker possédait une impressionnante technique, un excellent jeu de jambes et un coup solide. Sa stratégie de contre-attaque lui avait valu le respect de nombreux fans. Ce choc de style promettait d'être une bataille fascinante entre agressivité et finesse. Quand la cloche a sonné, la foule a explosé. La scène était prête pour une expérience inoubliable, 12 rounds de guerre. Le géant Tony Tucker était rapide avec ses coups et ses mouvements, tandis que Tyson continuait d'avancer. Tony l'a attrapé avec un habile uppercut qui a fait vaciller Tyson pendant un moment. Tucker, avec sa droite, était peut-être le meilleur tireur, mais Tyson n'a pas vraiment réussi à lancer des coups propres à cause du jeu de jambes et des mouvements de tête de Tucker.
I was expecting Mike Tyson to jump right on Tony Tucker. Tucker, I had figured that he should at least tie his man up, try to frustrate Mike Tyson. But is he strong enough to do that? Well, that was a good right hand by Tucker. That might have been the best shot that Mike Tyson has ever taken right there. Tucker said when we talked to him, he said, I'm not worried about what he's going to do to me, I'm worried about what I'm going to do to him. That's confidence. Another right hand. And another right hand by Tucker. That was a left hand by Tyson. You know what's happening? Every time Mike reaches in, Tony comes with the right hand, a counter right hand. Here we go. Again, a right hand, but he took a right from Tyson. And another big right by Mike Tyson. Did a very good first round for both men, and particularly for Tucker. There's a great left hand at the bell by Tyson. Well, Tony Tucker is a 10-1 underdog. He wasn't 10-1 in that round.
Tyson a dû changer sa stratégie, se concentrant davantage sur les coups au corps pour ralentir Tucker. Bien que les coups au corps n'aient pas arrêté Tony, ils l'ont certainement fait réfléchir à 2 fois avant d'attaquer.
And he's followed up with left uppercut, left hook. Led with the left uppercut that time. Just has to keep those hands up. Well, you know, Ray, I hearken back to your fight with Marvin Hagler, where after the first round, there was no question in my mind, at least, that your confidence just really surged, and you have to think the same thing about Tony Tucker. He's using his height, his reach. Good body shot by Tyson. That's exactly what Kevin Rooney was telling him to do in the corner. Tyson's trying to slow Tucker down by body shot. Tyson, 2 good jabs. That was a good example. That uppercut was going to do the job over and over again. There was a left hand by Tyson, but it did not appear to hurt Tucker.
Au 4e round, Mike a commencé à lancer de puissants coups à la tête du géant TNT et Tyson a commencé à dominer complètement.
You see the intensity in Tony Tucker. There was a big left hand by Tyson, and that was the one big punch. And another one. You see, this is what Tyson wanted. He wanted Tucker to stand there and exchange punch for punch. In this case, normally, Tyson comes out on top. Get him up, Tucker, come on. Take it downstairs sometime. He needs to throw a jab downstairs, bring it back up to the head. There's a right hand again by Tyson, but Tucker appears unhurt again. Definitely has his legs back under him after being hurt earlier in this round. Another shot. And Tyson with another left hand. Tyson has settled down in that round, going for a long fight now. Now he knows he just has to fight him, hit him, and if the knockout comes, it comes.
Au 6e round, Tony Tucker était toujours dans le combat, mais Tyson n'a montré aucune pitié et a continué à avancer, combattant son adversaire confus. Les deux combattants ont échangé des coups puissants, Tyson frappant fort tandis que Tucker le maintenait dans un clinch qui fonctionnait pour les deux côtés.
Is winnable. Did you see that? Now that was an interesting scenario. Tucker was trying to get his handlers and seconds out of the ring. The bell had rung. They were so excited about the prospect of possibly winning the fight, they forgot to put his mouthpiece in. You can understand now, Ray, why Michael Spinks didn't want to fight Tony Tucker. So I think Tony Tucker has surprised a lot of people. Right hand by Tyson. Tucker's going to want him not to tie his man up, which I think is a good move, because it doesn't allow Tyson to punch. But instead, they wanted to push Tyson off and go at him, which I think could be a costly mistake. Well, pushing a man off doesn't necessarily help because you expending energy by pushing a man off. Right hand by Tyson, back Tucker up. And what Mike has to do is move to his left to cut his man off. Tyson looks right now like he's in it for the long haul here. And there was a big right hand. Tucker says, no, I'm not hurt. I've always found that to mean I'm hurt. And he took another right hand, got cute, and paid the price. I think he's watched my fight before. Yeah, I think he has too. I think his timing is not as good as yours. Let's take a look at that right hand that Mike Tyson got in. Yeah, you see him use the left hand just as a way to get in, and then firing the right behind it. And this is good fighting now that he's settled down. The great fighters don't go out looking for a quick knockout. The great fighters go out and fight, and when the opportunity for the big punch comes in, they take it.
Round après round, la foule a assisté à une démonstration de cœur, de détermination et de compétence de la part des deux combattants. La capacité de Tucker à absorber les coups féroces de Tyson a impressionné beaucoup de monde, tandis que la poursuite inflexible de la victoire par Mike a démontré son esprit indomptable.
Of course, a banger, but his jab does allow him to work in. But there was a rumor about Tucker's right hand, that he had injured his right hand, and that's why he backed off training for the last few days. That was 3 consecutive left hooks thrown by Tony Tucker. You don't see that from a big man. Not in a heavyweight. They don't throw those kind of punches. Once again, Tucker trying to get cute and again getting the worst of it and still mugging with Tyson, which brings the crowd alive. Well, when you do that, and I know from experience because I invented it, you got to be very careful because you're so vulnerable for a counter punch.
Quand la cloche finale a sonné, le combat était allé jusqu'à la fin. Les cartes des juges ont reflété une victoire par décision unanime pour Mike Tyson. Bien que le combat ne se soit pas terminé par un KO caractéristique de Mike, il a témoigné de la résilience de Tucker et de la nature compétitive de la boxe.
Tony Tucker won the title against Buster Douglas. I felt that he needed more experience to deal with Mike Tyson. That he wasn't strong enough, nor had the experience to deal with Mike Tyson. I said, it'd probably be a blowout. But he said, so what with these so-called experts? I'm going to show you. And this is what he did tonight. And he has. Even if he loses the fight, he's probably made more friends than he has in the 34 wins that he's had. Friends and believers. And a guy who wasn't in there just to survive either. Crowd getting a little tired of that. Tucker seems to be fighting the kind of fight that he thinks he's winning. There was a big left hand. Tucker says, no, I'm all right. I'm all right. Finishing with a flourish. And so is Tucker. Great finish. Well, Tony Tucker talked the talk and walked the walk. He fought him.
Le face-à-face entre Tyson et Tucker est resté gravé dans l'histoire de la boxe comme un chapitre remarquable qui a montré la brillance de Tyson et la capacité de Tucker à tenir tête aux meilleurs de la division. Et c'est ainsi que se termine notre analyse du combat épique entre Mike Tyson et Tony Tucker. Ce fut un affrontement qui a démontré l'essence de la boxe poids lourd et a laissé les fans émerveillés par le talent et la détermination montrés par les deux combattants. Nous espérons que vous avez apprécié ce voyage dans le passé. Si vous avez trouvé cette vidéo informative et divertissante, assurez-vous de cliquer sur j'aime, de vous abonner à notre chaîne et de laisser un commentaire pour nous faire savoir ce que vous en pensez.